Hi, it's Mike with Itty Bitty Microfarm, and today we are going to be going over crop planning and the easiest way to plan your crops. So let's go ahead and get into it. One, what is crop planning? Crop planning is going to include how much to plant, and when to harvest. These are three critical things. Obviously, you got to know these three things: how much you're going to plant, when you're going to plant, and when to harvest. These are the three most critical things you can do in your crop planning. So you're going to work your way backwards. If you need to harvest on August 23rd, then the crops take 10 days to grow. Once you figure out how long your crops take to grow, every environment can be different. So then you need to plant on August 13th. So 10 days back when you got to plant that crop. If your average yield on broccoli is 8 ounces, then you're going to need to plant 20 ounces worth. And if you're yielding 8, you're going to need 2.5 trays. So that means you're going to have to plant 3 trays. So again, 8 ounces yield on your broccoli per tray. That's what we average. You're going to need 20 ounces. If you need 20 ounces for your next harvest, then you need to plant 2.5 trays, which obviously you probably can't plant to half a tray. So you're going to need to plant 3 trays. That gives you a half a tray to play with, 4 ounces to sample, to eat yourself, to give away, whatever you want to do with it. We use it for our market wagon cells for that. I know it starts sounding really complicated when you get into it at first. If you're first starting to grow microgreens for business or for orders or whatever you're doing, but once you start planning and you're planting and you know what stuff's going on, it gets much easier. But in the beginning, it's going to seem complicated, but it does get easier as you go along. Like with anything, it's easier with time. There's many ways to plan for your crops. We went through the gamut of them and kind of will lead you through on here what we did, because we've started with the very basics and have worked our way up to program. So we'll go over how we started and how we're at now and ended, I guess, is where we're at. But right now, I do want to thank our sponsor for this video, which is Itty Bitty Microgreen Business Coaching. So I'm going to play a couple short videos here for you of our business coaching and what goes on in that. Hi, and welcome to your Business Microgreens course. Congratulations on taking your next steps towards building your microgreen business. I am Mike with Itty Bitty Microfarm. Along with my wife, Jessica, we have run a successful microgreen business. We are growing 150 to 200 trays weekly and growing every week more and more business. In this course, we're going to go over the business sides of microgreens, as microgreens are relatively easy to grow. There's some tricks and some things we'll go over with as well in this program and as questions come up for you. But growing a microgreen business can be very challenging. Our goal is to help you avoid some of the costly mistakes many growers make along the journey and take you along as we grow successful microgreen business together. But we want to dive into the business side of running a business and focusing on the microgreens business. So we're going to get into this course and we'll get into the next lesson. We'll see you over there. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the course and what's going to be involved in this course. We are going to have 2 monthly business focused videos. These are going to be highly focused on the business end, from equipment to bookkeeping, everything in between, how to run your business. So there are going to be 2 monthly focused videos for that. And we're also going to have a bi-weekly members-only Q&A section. Got to be a member of this group to be in that Q&A session that will be done with the Zoom. And we will be there bi-weekly, meeting with you, answering your questions that you have, and helping you along with your business. We also will be creating a private Discord group for easy communication, from help from us directly when you need it, or from other members in there as well that can answer questions. So that's going to be a private Discord group you will get with your membership as well. Our goal is to make this coaching better and better each month, and continue providing you more and more to our members as we go along and help everybody build a successful microgreen business from here into the future. And we will see you in the first lesson coming up. All right, we're going to talk a little bit about the course. All right, that's a little bit on the sponsorship there, talking about our business coaching program. If you want more information about that, there's links in the descriptions of this video and in all of our videos. You can check that out. Right now, it is $34.95 a month for that. And that comes with the 2 weeks bi-weekly or not one-on-one, but a group coaching where everybody gets on Zoom and go over that. And then also the course as it's finishing getting built, almost there. We'll almost have that a whole course built. You get that as well. Here soon, them two are going to be split. But once you're in, and you'll be good. And the price will be going up significantly once the course is done building. And we will have a separate bi-weekly coaching program. But if you get in now, you get that for $34.95 a month for life. So you don't have to worry about it. So, all right, let's get into what we do on tracking. So when we started, we simply kept notes of each of the crops, when it was planted and how to plant and when to harvest and what order they were for. So it was all done by paper and pen. We got orders in, all in a notebook, and then a separate one for when we need to harvest it and work our way back into when we need to plant it. So whether you're using notes or planting crops or not, it is important to keep detailed notes on your crops in the beginning. The cycle times, the yields, the methods, and anything else that might be useful to refine your growing methods. What works for one grower will not work for the other. It is critical to track your methods and your results to know how to plan for harvest time and average yields and know how much to plant. So you got to know all these numbers to be able to put any program together or any harvesting dates or anything like that. Any program you might get, any system you might use, you got to know these numbers. You got to know how much yield you're getting out and how long your crops take to grow to get that. So highly recommend to start with paper and pen for that process at least. As we grew, we started color coding tasks on a dry erase calendar that we hung up in the area, and different colors for harvesting, different colors for planting, different colors for orders off to the side. It started getting very colored and very complicated to keep going back and forth and everything like that as you grow. But it's not a bad way to start. This is what we started. And once we started getting going, we definitely had to move on. So our next thing that we did was a calendar. We use Google Calendar. So we quickly changed in the calendar app. We use Google Calendar, but any calendar app will work. And you can simply put that in recurring. Every 10 days, you're going to plant broccoli, say. I'm going to plant 3 crops of broccoli every 10 days. And you can put that in as recurring. And it's going to tell you to plant that on that day. And vice versa when harvesting. I need to harvest 3 crops every 10 days or whatever it is that you're going to do. You can put that in recurring. When you get a new order, you can change it. Again, this can start getting very mumble jumble, but it is free. So it's a good way to roll into and start. And this is how what we did. And it worked great for the next level we were at until we got to the next level. Then we had to change again. And this is where I with my wife, developed this spreadsheet. As we begin to get more orders, we needed a spreadsheet to keep track of each order coming in because the orders got more complicated and more detailed. So how much we needed planted. We were able to plan for this quite a while using this method. This was a pretty good method for quite a while for us. And it worked great and it kept going. And we are going to be giving this away for free. If you would like a free copy of this spreadsheet, you can email us at coaching@ittybitty.microfarm.com. And I am actually going to bring this up and show you a little bit how this works. So each week is the same on here. So all these weeks are the same. So we don't need to go through on the weeks on or anything else. So I'm just going to start here with 47. And I did take all our customers out. This was the last week we used this one. Week 47 of 2021 was the last time we used this program until we got to our next one. So simply just put the customer's name in here on whatever date. We use Sunday here, Wednesday retail. We had Wednesday downtown farmers market, Thursday for whatever customers had on Thursday. We did not have any on Friday, but we did have markets on Saturday. So we use this going through. So this would have a customer's name on it. And back over here is where the addresses go. Any notes you might have about drop-offs or anything like that, or if it's a bi-weekly or weekly, or any notes you might have, their email, the phone number, and sequences we'll give into in a second here. But so just put their name in, and then whatever their order is. So whatever they ordered, you just put in how many ever they ordered that. product there. And that's going to correlate into something here in a second. And so on down whichever days you have when the orders come in. You put them in there, hopefully recurring ones. And then that's going to roll down to here. It's going to give you a total of all of these numbers of what you need for each day. So that's 35 farmer salads on Monday, 35 ultimates, 45 crunchies. So this is all of Monday's orders, Tuesday's orders, Wednesday orders, Thursday's, Friday. And then the grand total for the week down there. And then this is going to rotate down here of how much you need for each day. So like here, we need 89.25 ounces of sunflowers, which correlates to being 5.58 trays. So on and so on for each item. So same way for here, it correlates into there. And all these are formulas that roll down for the mixes as well. So just to show you mixes here. So like the mixes here are that. And that's going to correlate down here. So you can make your own mixes here. This farmer is going to rotate into that farmer's up there. And how much we put in each ounces in there. So this is a little back end that you're seeing of our mix flow here for you of what we use. So that correlates into how much we need to plant. And then this is where it all comes together. So this number is going to rotate down here how many ounces you need to plant, how much we need of each item, and how many trays you need, correlating on the ounces that you're getting out of your trays. And then this is a manual number. Ooh, sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. So this is a manual number of what you need that you have to put in here yourself. So if you only put in that you're growing 15 trays for that, you're going to be 71 ounces short. It's going to show you that if you're 19, you're going to be 7.5 ounces short. If you're growing 20, you got an extra 8.5 ounces to sample with, to do whatever. Or if more orders come in, and you may be able to fill them. So you get another order that somebody wanted 8 ounces of sunflowers. Well, you can do that without having to grow any more. Bam, yeah, I can get you filled this week. Not a problem. Let me get that in for you. Boom, done. Now you got an order, hopefully recurring every week, and you started them right away, and you hold on to them. So that's how that works. And we did 2 harvest dates with this. So this was the one harvest date correlating the second harvest date. And obviously you can play with numbers. If you need help with that, we can help you with that as well. But that is the sheet that you get for that. It's a pretty detailed sheet. And we will have a video that goes along with how to use that. That's more detailed as well. So don't worry about that. We will definitely help you out with that if it's something that you want. So once we hit that point of having multiple orders, multiple deliveries days, we were doing 3 different delivery dates, 3 different harvest dates. It got complicated to use a spreadsheet and to have to go in and change it every week. That was the complicated part about that. You're going in at least, and you got to be 2 weeks ahead. So all your orders have to be 2 weeks ahead when you're doing that, when you're planning things out. So got to keep that in mind as well. So it starts getting complicated to redo it every week for 2 weeks out. So we decided we needed to find a new plan, and we got on the search to find a new plan, find a program, something was going to make it easier. We can just put something in and just go to it, and had no problem with it. So what we found and we decided on was Seedleaf. And I do have a video on our channel as well on this, and this is when Seedleaf first came out. There are more updates and everything else, but it is an awesome program. So after evaluating many crop planting apps, we decided we liked Seedleaf overall. Just the simple size of it, how well it worked. So this was a program that was developed by a fellow microgreen grower with the developer. So somebody's in the business. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to grow. He's been doing it for many, many years. He has spreadsheets that he used before, and basically used the spreadsheets to build this app. And it is an amazing app. You can get his spreadsheets. They're online as well, but this is awesome. It is a great program. Once you put it in, it's great. Together, they're great, offer great support. The response time is quick. One time I had a problem like at 10 o'clock at night. All the stuff disappeared for some reason for the next day. Got a hold of him, and it was fixed by midnight. So it was fast. Middle of the night, they're getting it done. So it was awesome. That sold me on it even more. So definitely check this out. You can use our promo code itty bitty 30 for 30% off plus a 30-day free trial. So you can check that out. But yeah, I have a video on this, and it will be coming up with a video here shortly on all the updates that got it on there. Delivery routes are got on the way, not quite here yet. That will be on there as well. The program keeps getting better and better, and it is for a great price. I think it is at $129 right now, somewhere in there. But again, you get 30% off and a 30-day free trial for that. So that is where we're at right now. That's what crops we're using, what crop planting we are using, and how we are using our to grow. And it is great. It gives you soak days, sow and cover. It now has a blackout date and a uncover to light day, which is amazing that they added this because we did blackout and sometimes we had to remember that we were there. Now they have that on there. That was by great demand. He takes requests if it's a popular thing. They look to add it and they work on adding it. They are there to serve their customers. So Seedleaf is great. Harvest, how much to harvest, and package and everything like that. So this is built for you, and delivery routes are coming down the road. As you can see, deliveries are there. It just hasn't built out yet, and with tons of reports. All right. We will have some time here to go ahead and take some questions and answers. If anybody has anything they would like to ask or go over, we can get into it. And thank you all for joining the live stream today and learning about crop planting. Go ahead and make comments if you would like. If you're watching this on the replay, just go ahead and make comments below and we will get to them as well. Do we have any questions? Hi, Renegade. How are you today? Renegade subbed a few days ago. Awesome. We launched our channel in June and we moved into open source phase. We should link up channels. Yeah, definitely. Definitely interested in doing that, Renegade, for sure. Yeah, I'll get a hold of you, Renegade, on the back end here and see if what we can do. All right, so we are opening this up to any Q&A or anything about crop planning, about the spreadsheet. If you got any questions about that, we can go over that. Spreadsheet is very good in the beginning to use. Again, free, no charge to you on that. We used it and we want to help you out in growing your business and give you a free tool to use that might help you out. Hello to everybody that's on the stream. Go ahead and say hi and maybe where you're tuning in from. Are you growing microgreens for a business right now? Are you growing personally? Is there anything that you need help with? Yeah. All right. Well. Hi, Jesse. How are you today? And just started with a rack last month. I'm assuming one rack, obviously. That's awesome. Congratulations in getting started. That is the hardest thing to do, is to start. Start your business is the most difficult thing to do, and to start growing and selling to people and growing crops and getting used to growing crops and that whole process. But yeah, getting started is awesome. I remember when we started, one rack that was 42 inches wide wasn't even 48 inches by 24 inches instead of the 18 inches wide. So it was a 20. It was a 24 by 42, not the standard 18 by 48. So yeah, we started. The lights hung off of it. They've got 4-foot lights, but they hung off of it because they weren't big enough. They were too big for the rack. But again, this started growing, started giving it to family, selling it to family. Started with Market Wagon, and then started getting orders. Started Facebook ads and started getting orders, and then farmers markets, and then grocery stores, restaurants, home deliveries. So yeah, it's been quite a whirlwind of a business. You grow it, they will eat it. Jesse, what made you start the microgreens? What was your catalyst? What did you decide to start growing microgreens? Trying out the farmers market so far to see if there's any interest. Learning plenty. Farmers markets are awesome to go to figure all that out. I say farmers markets where everybody should start, even if you don't do a lot of business. It's great to start there. You're going to find out what your market wants, what they're eating, and if a crop fails, no big deal. You don't have it that week. You didn't have an order for it. You can just tell them, sorry, we didn't grow that week, or hey, it failed. Crops happen, whatever you want to tell them. And you don't have to worry about it. You didn't have an order that was paid for already. So I highly recommend starting on farmers markets. Easiest way to make sure you're growing and getting stuff consistently growing and understanding how to grow it, and then being able to sell it. But again, if you fail at a crop, something happens, it didn't grow correctly, you didn't get the yield out of it, it's not a big deal. You bring what you got to farmers market. It's awesome. Software engineer, which has allowed me to find funds for the side hustle. It's always good to have funds, for sure. That's awesome. Software engineer is a great career. But yeah, it is a great side hustle. You can grow a side hustle into a main business. You can make it whatever you want out of this, for sure. And yeah, make sure you're debt free in a business. The best way to grow a business is debt free. The great way to keep growing a business is debt free. That way you keep business going. And then look at grants. There's a lot of grants out there. We had somebody approach us today about a grant, so we'll be looking at that for us. So there's a lot of help out there otherwise than just a bank loan or credit card debts or anything. So definitely recommend that as well. You'll sleep a lot easier at night. But yeah, we have a lot of fun growing this business, talking to more new people every week at the farmers markets, getting more and more grocery stores on, more and more restaurants, and going to really start pushing for home delivery again, more home deliveries. We already do home deliveries, but we kind of slowed down on it and didn't really push it, but we're going to get back into that, pushing for that home deliveries, and really get that rolling again even more as we get in to the closing season of farmers markets. So it's usually the best time to really grab people for it, especially the ones that you see all the time come in at the farmers market, always buying from you. Them are the ones, hey, we have a home delivery program. I know you've been buying for us the last 3 months. Here's our home delivery. Would you be interested in it? They already consistently buying from me at the market. Great way to turn them into a home delivery customer. But again, we have the crop sheet. And Jess, could you bring the crop sheet back up so I can talk about that and how they can get that for free as well? But yeah. Oh. Okay. I will get that. Go through here for a second. All right. Yep, this is the crop sheet that we used for a long time in our business before we went to Seedleaf. And if you guys would like this sheet for free, we are giving it away. Just email us at coaching@ittybittymicrofarm.com. And if you got any questions, I can kind of go over them now, but definitely check that out. Or anything else you got, you can email us at that coaching@ittybittymicrofarm.com as well. Ricky, welcome. How are you? Been investing in racks, lights, trays, but still need a label printer and a cleaning sink. We print our own labels using an Epson Eco Tank. And I'm going to make a specific video about that here soon and how we do that for YouTube as well. So be on the lookout for that for the labels. And if you're looking for a cleaning sink, look at auctions around your area. Any restaurants that are closing down, and go in and ask them if you could buy anything from them, or look for auctions that are restaurants that are closing down as well. That's where we bought a lot of our stuff. Where we bought our 3-compartment sink, where we bought our walk-in cooler, all at restaurants that were closing down. So definitely check that out. You're welcome, Ricky. Just went with peas, broccoli, and 2 kind of radish. Had a request for mustard. We grow speckled peas, the Walton 29 broccoli, and we just grow Triton purple radish. Everybody seems to like that one, so we didn't grow any other radishes. And mustard wise, we do wasabi, which is an oriental mustard. We call it wasabi because most people call it that. That's what they're familiar with. So that might be one you could look at. It is a harder grow. Ain't gonna lie. I do have some secrets on how to grow that. If you're part of our business coaching program, I can go into more detail with that. But right now, it's a little hard to go in detail because it is a hard grow. So, big good getting request already. Great job. Minnesota, we are farmers markets and a good starting point. It's taught us a lot. Yes, they will. Working on getting to other farmers markets. Yep. What? Other markets. Other farmers markets or just other markets? We are in 5 farmers markets. Personally, only work 2 of them. 2 to 3, depending. And we got an employee that works the rest of them. So it works out really good. And then an employee cleans trays, cleans up for us, and does the markets. So that was very nice to hire that on. Mainly just get cleaning of the trays off of me. That's one task I was happy to move on to somebody else. So, but yeah, farmers markets are a great lesson. Teaching, it's going to teach you what people want in your market, what they're requesting, what they're looking for, what they continue to come back and buying. That's huge. Mom's has a spicy mix for mustard, arugula, and cress. Is really good. Does sound good. That does sound good. Mom's, the only problem we have to worry about here in the States is it takes 4 to 6 weeks to get an order in. Just to get across the border, really. And right now, I think they're 3 weeks behind. Last checked on Mom's anyway, they were 3 weeks behind on even filling orders. So, pro tip, if you're ordering from Mom's, call them. Don't just order on the website. Call them. It's usually faster to get your order. But I will have to check that out because I didn't see that last time I looked at Mom's. But that sounds intriguing. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah, we love farmers markets. We are actually talking about that here in the last few weeks as we grow our business, and it gets more time consuming and getting other avenues of business. Would we continue farmers markets or not? And we pretty much decided that we got a list of when we're cutting off and what we're cutting off, but that we would always do the one farmers markets as close to us here and on Saturday. And we probably would continue doing that market for a very long time, even no matter how big our business gets, probably. I mean, there may be a point where we can't do it, but that would be the absolute last one because we really like that market. We get a good response. We do very well at that market. So that obviously would be the last one, but hopefully it would never go away. And we can continue doing that, or we have some people doing it for us. True Leaf Market wants $75 for shipping, and Bootstraps wants $500 for shipping. Yeah, to Canada is a little difficult to get stuff shipped for sure across. I have heard that a lot with that. We get free shipping on both of them here, but yeah, to go across the border, they definitely charge more. I'm not sure why it's that much with Bootstrap. It seems a little high. Is that $75 with True Leaf? Is that no matter what you order? Little big? Because if that's only $75 for minimum whatever order, if you order a lot, it might benefit to just save up and order your 6-month supply all at one time and pay the $75. Because I found True Leaf to be really good products and the best price in general. For us, anyway. But yeah, we've got stuff from Mums before. Fava beans is the biggest one we get from there. We really like their fava beans. Got a few other things from there. But the cross-border has just been a challenge with everything going on in the world. So we kind of stuck mainly with True Leaf. So as we need favas, we just planned it out for 2 months ahead to get them for sure, because they do take a while. But if you're in Canada, highly recommend Mums for almost all of it. You know, they're great. They're a great company to deal with, and they do great products. So definitely would check out Mums for sure. Yeah, True Leaf definitely has more variety than most. That's because they buy all the other companies up. I think now they bought 3 companies, three other companies up, are partnered with, as they like to say, partner with. They basically taken over, leaving their name, but basically taking over the company. So they're pretty much them and Johnny's now. And Johnny's is just really expensive on microgreen seeds. Those Epson printers are way more expensive in Canada. Really? What do we pay for ours? Yeah, it was under 300 for sure. And I recently thought I was going to have to buy a new one because there's a little ink thing that goes off to the side that catches all the leftover ink. You know, basically steals your ink. From what my opinion is, filled up, and you're supposed to get a new printer when that happens. But I found some videos on YouTube of how to clean them and get a key to reset it for like $9, and so it cost me $9 basically to get a new printer. So that was nice. You can learn anything on YouTube. May not be the right thing, so be cautious of that, but you can learn anything on YouTube. So I wonder why they're so much more expensive. This exchange rate, maybe shipping as well, possibly going across borders. Yeah, I really like our Epson printer. It'd save us a ton of money on labels, being able to print them ourselves, and getting the off-brand Avery labels, but using the Avery program still has been amazing, lifesaver. It takes time. It takes us like 3 hours a week to print the labels, but you just got to put that in your calendar and deal with it. We grow 20 different SKUs right now and adding more on. It's just too expensive to buy labels for 20 different SKUs because to save any money, you got to buy like 5,000 at a time. So Amazon wants $2,600 for the Epson TMC 3500. The one that we use is the ET 2760. And it works great. I have no issues with it. I don't know if I don't know how big or what that one is exactly off the top of my head there. But this one's not a very big one. But it gets the job done. And it's not a label printer. It's a regular printer that can print labels, I guess. You know, if you use the Avery program and to get the sticker labels off brand, it works great. Yeah. My producer / Jessica, partner, wife, said that they are way higher. She just looked them up in the background here. So, yeah. I don't know if you get something comparable that's there that's a little bit cheaper, but that's crazy. $2,600 for a printer. Okay, so the one that we got, she said, is like $700 to $800 in Canada versus the $300 for us. So yeah, over double. That's crazy, Ricky. Sorry to hear that. That is a crazy number. Is there anything anybody needs help with? Is anybody looking to get a spreadsheet that would help them, like this spreadsheet here? Anybody looking to get that? Would that help with anything with your business? Because this is what we use. Everything is doubled. That's crazy, Ricky. Wow. I'm sure your wages are all doubled and what you charge everybody is doubled as well and everything, right? No, not so much. But yeah, this is what we're giving away for this stream. You don't have to win it. All you gotta do is email us, and we will send you a link out to be able to get that. And also, we will send you a video along with that on how to use it. I know sometimes it can get a little complicated. We went over a little bit of a review here, but kind of a little bit more if you need it as well. So, and is there anything that I can help you with? About another 10 to 15 minutes here to be on. But yeah, this was a lifesaver when we developed this. This is a straight development from us. This is not, we didn't take this from anybody. This is what I developed and made for us to be able to use. A lot of hours went into this to develop this. It's not an easy thing to do with formulas and everything like that. But it made life a lot easier at the time. And now Seedleaf makes life a lot easier. And I just put the order in once. If it's recurring every week and it's done, it's going to tell you what to grow. And we just grow what it tells us. And we have had no issues at all. So it's been awesome. But our business coaching program as well. Make sure you check that out. Again, right now it's $34.95, and you get the biweekly coaching along with the course program as well. You get that at $34.95. That price is going up very, very soon, and it's going to be split. So the price is going to go up to we're looking at $97 a month for the biweekly coaching programs alone. And then the course is going to be a separate charge altogether. And it's going to be a one-time charge there. And then the biweekly coaching is going to be $97. You get the every biweekly, 2-ish, maybe 3, depending on the month, every week. So every other week, we go live and we answer your questions, whatever you got, whatever you need. And that alone is going to $97. And it may go higher. But right now, you get both of them. You get locked in at $34.95 a month. And you get, as long as you're on there, you get the coaching program. And as long as you're paying there, you get the bi-weekly. Where we get on and we spend an hour plus answering any questions that you have. Yeah, so it's a good program. It's very cheap right now. So make sure you check that out. Again, it's $34.95 a month, but going up very soon. Yeah. I can't see the poll, so. Okay, there is a poll up, guys. If you want to look at that. If you go ahead and make a vote on that, what do you use for crop planning? Pen, paper, spreadsheet, calendar, or an app? And we will let that run for a few minutes here and then show the results. Sorry about that. I muted myself on accident by removing myself there. So I do apologize about that. But yeah, go ahead and got that poll up. If you could go ahead and see what everybody's using, just go ahead and click on that. And it is paper and pen, spreadsheet, calendar, or app. And these are all the things that we used in that order. We used the paper and pen when we went to calendar, actually, and then spreadsheet. And then we are now on the app on Seedleaf, which you can also check that out. And if you can just use the code ittybitty30, that will give you 30% off. And I believe still a 30-day trial as well. So under $100 you can have for a year, you can have an app program running for you. It is amazing. But if you're not to the point where you want to spend any more money, we are giving this Excel spreadsheet away. And you can use that, and we will send that over to you. Just email us at coaching@ittybittyMicrofarm.com. In this last few minutes, does anybody have anything that they want to ask questions on or go over about microgreens? We do market garden as well, and we also have chickens. That is what our life is. Microgreens, chickens, and market garden. And that keeps us fairly busy, and along with doing the coaching program and YouTube and all that wonderful stuff. So right now it's neck and neck. All right. Just give it about another minute here. See if anybody else wants to make a vote on that. Don't eat. What? Don't eat the bugs. Eat microgreens. Okay. I like it. Yeah. So many articles on eating bugs right now. They're really trying to get people to eat bugs. No, thank you. I will definitely stick to microgreens and real food, not bugs. Not doing it. Eat your microgreens. You can get everything you need in your microgreens. You can get all your protein, vitamins, almost enough to everything to survive right there. So definitely eat them. All right. Guess we can show the poll results. And if nobody's got any other questions or any other comments or anything, we're probably going to go ahead and jump off here for the day. 50-50 on spreadsheets and apps. 50% are using spreadsheet, 50% are using apps. So right down to where we are at. So thank you everybody who joined us today on the live stream. We do appreciate it. It was fun talking to everybody. And again, if you want to check out our spreadsheet here, our coaching program, you can do that as well. All the links are down in the descriptions and all our videos. And we will